You understand?
Okay.
From Kotoko, left back, a promising young player. The offer came huge. They brought the money back. Dollars. Who doesn't want dollars? He packed his things and ran away. You understand? It's about investment, and we are not investing. Look, and the gap is widening.
Oh, yeah, every year.
The gap is
Oh,
widening.
look,
People
there were-
think it's a joke. The gap is. It will even get to a point. You see, African Cup, AFCON.
Yeah.
You know the qualifiers. It is not every country that has automatic chance to play in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
You know, some play pre-qualifier.
Pre-qualifier,
It
like-
will get to a time, West Africa, especially Ghana, we will need to play pre-qualifier to be able to even get a slot to compete in the Champions League. It will. Even though the pre-qualifier currently is general, they will just pay you with this. Oh, you play before you now go to the group stage. It will even get to a time you need to even play in a pre-qualifier before you can even get to that playoff stage. Before you even think of getting into the group stage of the Champions League, because every year the gap is widening. Why will Salim Adams leave House of Folk and go to Mediam? I heard currently there is a club from one of these, the Tanzania or so. Currently, they've brought huge amount of money. They are following him. And Abdul Salam, Yakubu,
Yeah,
New Ribias, you know, he's the boys, that's the boys' manager. If he decides that he wants the boy to go and the money is good, by the time we realize he's gone. So if we don't invest, the gap is still widening. It's just widening. That's why we went to South Africa and they are telling us that go back to your country and make it better.
I saw it this year too. The Nigerian team, that's Rivers United, in the Champions League, and you saw the way they were annihilated, especially even at home. It tells you that there's something we are not doing right.
Sure.
Okay, so let's talk the FA Cup, the Women's FA Cup between Hazakes and Army Ladies. Hazakes lost to Ampem Dakwan. They should probably be winning against Army Ladies to suit their pain.
I think this year is so far so good. The Women League is wrapping up. It's unfortunate Hazaked ladies took the lead in the finals. Unfortunately, they lost to Ampindakoa, Techiman Base Ampindakoa from the Northern Zone. If Ampindakoa is winning, it's good for we, the Northern Zone, because a team from the Northern side is winning the Women Premiership again. I think this is the third time success. Yeah, it's good. We had our own Patience from the region.
Yeah.
She scored one of the goals. She was even tipped to score more goals, even though she said she was expecting to score more goals. But well, she's not. Even though her club won, she's not happy with her performance. I think I'm happy to hear that. It tells you that she's ready and willing to sacrifice more and get the results for her club. She's part of the national women team, the senior national women team, the Black Queens. She's a very good player. Let's watch out for her in the subsequent matches. Police, I think when is the match? Military.
Yeah.
When are they playing that match? Is it this?
No, 9th May.
Yeah. I know it will be next week. But Army Hazakes. It will be difficult for Army to win this match. But well, one-way final, sometimes magics do happen. Surprises do come. But I foresee Hazakes winning this one.
Bamusa,
Yeah.
Hazakes were in for the double. They lost the league. So, do you not think that would discourage them going into the game against Army Ladies?
Not at all. I think before the season started, they were aiming for the double. But yes, they lost to Akunta. I think that was last week. So now that they are playing, they have another final. Why not win this trophy for their fans? It's not going to be easy for them because Army Ladies, on the other hand, will feel like they've beaten them. We can also do that. But here's the case: Azakes on the other hand will feel like we can't lose two on a row. So why not also go for one trophy? I think that one will be okay for them. So I can clearly see. I'm tipping Hazakes to win this one.
Okay, so the league matches will not be played this weekend because the FA wants to condole with Bechim
Chelsea.
Brecum Chelsea. But Division 1 will be ongoing. So Brecum Chelsea, we all know what happened to them a couple of weeks ago. So let's talk Division 1 since we wouldn't have the GPL this week.
I think today.
Yes.
I think because of the funeral, all Division 1 matches will be played today, Saturday, so that tomorrow they will be able to observe the funeral of the slain striker for Eduana Stars player who is on loan at Brecum Chelsea. It's an unfortunate situation. If it was in the stadium or after the match, would have said, football hooliganism. This one had to do with a robbery incident that happened far away on their way back to Brecum. We still commiserate, right?
Yes.
Our condolences. We still condole with the family of the bereaved, and may God give them patience, as we say. But Division 1 today, All Stars will play Wa Power. Wa Power is one of the powerhouses when it comes to Division 1. For they've always been in the top 3 since they joined the Division 1 league in Zone 1A. Let's see how it will go. It will be a difficult match for All Stars, where I foresee All Stars taking all 3 points, which will boost their chances of surviving and moving away from the relegation or possible falling into the relegation zone. So, football-loving fans can move to the Ket Okra Center and enjoy good football today.
Mamusa,
Yeah.
after a 1-1 draw against RTU away, All Stars should be well prepared for this one against One Power, especially playing at home.
Yeah, I think they should be prepared. I think from the look of things, relegation is calling, and then you feel like beating WoW All Stars, you can also boost your chance of survival. Why not go all out and then do it? We have the opportunity of beating the last time they played a 3-3 draw at home, and they went and had a point against RTU. This stage of the competition, more or less, already had the winner. That's Tamale City from the zone. Now teams want to maintain their stand in the league. Others are also battling for, let's say, the relegation. Some of the teams are also battling relegation. So it's more or less it's going to be a difficult one for them. But at least a 1-goal nail, 2-1 I think it should be a win for them. All of us want them to be in the league. They should remain there. Because coming to the 3rd division would be good at all when it comes to Upper East football.
Yeah, okay. But you think postponing the games is a great tribute for Dominic Frimpong?
Yeah, I think it's good they do that so that more or less we are giving him a farewell. Not just a farewell, but at least a befitting one. I was very sad when that incident occurred. I think postponing the league is very important.
So let's talk Alcaraz at the Roland Garros or the French Open. He's withdrawn because he's had surgery. This was one tournament he felt he could go and defend, but 2 weeks ago he lost to Yannick Sinner in the Monte Carlo Masters. They were going back to France again on a clay court once more at the Roland Garros. You think it's since it's withdrawn, it's not an easy win for Yannick Sinner?
I think what Yannick did during this Monte Carlo, right?
Yeah,
What he did,
Monte Carlo in Monaco.
yeah, in Monaco. I think if you're going to replicate that same form, why not? Or we were feeling that Alcaraz will not allow him to do maybe to get a double over him when they meet in final. But here's the case, Alcaraz is no more because of a wrist injury. So people are of the view that fine, this is now time for Sinner to maybe take the tennis on his own. So I think he's a clear favorite.
Clear favorite, but there's the old man Djokovic. There's also Zverev. You think this two and others would not pose challenge to Yannick Sinner's quest to win the tournament?
It's Djokovic I'm looking at, but I think I wouldn't say their time is far gone, but then I still strongly believe with the form he is now moving in, he should be able to win it. But mind you, if he's going to meet Djokovic in the final, it's going to be something else for him.
But also look at it. Do you think the fixture congestion is a bit problematic, and that's how come we've had some injuries to some of the key players going into the Roland Garros, because we've had a lot of ATP Masters since the last major competition.
I think
That was the Australian Open.
yeah, most of these tournaments, as the games keep piling up, these are some of the things that you expect to happen. And it's rather unfortunate it fell on the part of Alcaraz. We all didn't expect it to happen. But then you ask yourself, is this the first time they've gone through this? Maybe in terms of the number of matches that they've played. It's rather unfortunate. And you know, the way the game itself is now going, week in, week out, every man, people love, they want to go and then watch because they feel excited when they are playing the tennis. So I think the fixture pile up is an issue to them when it comes to the injury. Too much games can cause this.
So wrist injury to Alcaraz.
Yeah.
He's already withdrawn from the Roland Garros. You think it could affect him in other tournaments in the year, especially the American Open?
I think with the wrist injury, I don't know how
Because
long.
there will be Wimbledon, then there will be the
Yeah,
American
I don't know
Open
how
also.
long it will take him to recover. But even if he recovered, you know, this is a game that is a race that does a whole lot of things. Looking at the bat they use in playing. So if the race is not properly healed, I think it will affect him in the long run.
Okay. So let's move away from tennis and do a round trip of football in Europe. I think that's what people are already waiting for. Last night in the EPL, we thought we had a game in our hands, because for me, the Black Cats hardly lose at home. But they were humbled by 5 goals to 0 by struggling Nottingham Forest. Were you surprised?
Big surprise, especially playing at the Stadium of Light. If somebody told me that Nottingham Forest will score 5 goals for Sunderland, I'll tell the person that in his dreams. I said that I was moving and then I realized that the scoreline was 3-0. All of a sudden 4 in first half. I said, what is happening to the Black Cats? I asked myself, at this stage, I don't know, Nottingham Forest is playing to survive in the league. But then 5 goals to 0 against Sunderland. Sunderland that we know that it's always difficult to play against. They went and dug. They were playing at home. The Nottingham Forest went and scored them by 5 goals to 0. I must say I'm highly disappointed. And this is going to be like more or less, with the EPL, two teams have already been confirmed. Nottingham Forest wants to go away, maybe want to shift themselves out of the relegation zone. Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham. These are the teams. Currently,
Two London clubs.
Yeah, we just need one club to join Burnley and then what's the name? Wolverhampton Wanderers. And the way things are going, it's going to be excited. Today, Wolves is playing against what's the name? Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
I think Wolves, they don't have anything to play. But then they are not like the Blacks, where I will say, oh, fine, since I'm relegated, let me allow this team to beat me. It's going to be tougher for Tottenham Hotspur. But at the end of the day, we all pray and hope that they will maintain, they will be in the league.
Okay. You can join us now. 0382091508, 0382095566. So, other. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Coach Ali.
Coach Ali, yes.
Yes. How is the studio? I
Fine.
could see that you people are doing well this morning. You highlighted more about Upper East football.
Yes.
In fact, Upper East football is running down. When is it going to be a club in the Upper East region who can bring Kotoko and Hearts to play here? In fact, we need to unite and get a solid team. If we don't get a solid team and we begin to form small clubs all over the region, that we are spoiling our players. We should try go to Paga Crocodile side, bring 3 players, Boku, wherever. You bring them down and form Upper East United. Like how Ria Tamale United did those days. They have to merge Idisa and Kenazuma. Merge all the clubs to form only 2 clubs in Northern region. And actually, it happened that RTU went and qualified for the Middle League and came back with a solid club. Now behind them, that these small clubs, Kerala United is coming, but the mother club is there already. After it, we don't have a mother club. Anybody that gets up with small money that will form a club, you go to Force Line and buy football boots and give it to players. Is that a club? A club that can hire a hotel, you don't have a guest house. I think Cali Stars were one of the best club we've ever had. They had all the Catholic churches all over the region. They've got a guest house. When they've got a match in Kumasi, Sunyani, the only thing they link the guest house in Kumasi or Accra and go and be in the Catholic guest house. They don't pay accommodation. Only they are feeding and taking care of the players. So in fact, we need to come together and see how best we can get a solid club in the region. If they want, they should contact 1 or 2, like somebody like Dominic Asadia, who has been in Northern region for long as a director. He knows how things can be merged and it will stand for us in this region. Because time is running. We can't be handling these small clubs, always go to Kreku Stadium and watch a ball that is not in the standard. People want to see big things, House of Folk, Kotoko, all coming to the region. And our market women will get money, small people will come and buy. You see, thank you. Let's think well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Coach Ali. Coach Ali is a passionate person, and so when he talks, even if it's not his favorite athletics, even if it's football, he still talks with passion. Okay. So, Bamusa, let's continue. On Fulham plays Aston Villa today. Aston Villa chasing Champions League football.
Yeah, I think it's a game that I expect Aston Villa to get at least a point against Fulham.
Okay, Aston Villa to probably get a point against Fulham. Fulham at Craven Cottage sometimes can be very difficult to beat. Liverpool, another team chasing Champions League football, would come up against Crystal Palace.
Liverpool playing against Crystal Palace. I think Liverpool they also know what is at stake for them because winning this game will surely push them into the top four because Liverpool at the moment they need Champions League qualification. So I can see them beating Crystal Palace, but it's not going to be easy. Anything at all can happen at Anfield. But I expect Liverpool to beat Crystal Palace.
A must-win game for West Ham against Everton.
Yeah, but who knows what will happen? Who knows? Especially Nottingham Forest winning yesterday. West Ham need to beat Everton, but it's not going to be easy at all for them.
Wolves, Tottenham. A must-win game for Tottenham as well.
Yeah, a must-win
But
game.
they are playing away
They are playing away from home. It doesn't matter.
at the Molineux.
That's why he said this fight sometimes I don't know why not also copy from them. Wolves have nothing to play at. Next season they know where they are going to play. They are going to be the championship. At the end, today go and look at what they are going to do to Tottenham Hotspur. You feel like fine. In history, they will feel like, oh, they are the team that also make sure that Tottenham also join them in the relegation. But then playing away from home, I expect Tottenham Hotspur to beat Wolverhampton.
Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm back again. This is Coach Ali.
Yes, please.
Since I called, have you seen anybody calling again? That is, football is sinking in the region. It were to be politics. By now, when I left the line, about 6 or 10 people would have been calling. So that shows that people are now getting their interest out of the game. So let's do well and bring it back. Let's make sure you people in the studio should be able to come together and see how best you can call for a meeting for all the clubs, chairmen to come around so they can sit on a round table and judge and see how best we can come out for the, with a solid team for the region. Our footballers are there, the talents are there, and we are not seeing them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hello? Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How's the morning?
Fine, thank you, sir.
We got our brother there for us.
Okay.
And all sports fans that are those who are listening to you on radio this morning. This against man.
Yes, against one.
Hello?
Yeah, against one.
Yeah, I want to say good morning to Chelsea supporters.
Chelsea supporters.
Chelsea supporters, all Chelsea supporters. We are still the Blues.
After you sack Liam Rusino.
No, I mean we sack people reaching. You know, it's not the first person that was supposed to sack. We sack people that pick Champions League. After their next match, we'll sack them. They are not even up to the season. Now they're talking as man. But the only thing is that we're having a wrong board or wrong invested in our team. If not, they can't sign a coach 6 years. Kamala, how? When they are giving 2 months, 2 days, they are giving 6 years. So if they have the money and they don't know what to do with the money, they should give the team out to somebody. To go and invest their money at somewhere and leaving the church because they are the people who are making. Some people are insulting us. Especially some people are qualified only talk for and they are making noise as if like they are playing World Cup or they are playing Champions League or they are playing Premier League final.
Who are those people?
We are having FA Cup to beat. Because tomorrow like it will score Leeds United.
You beat Leeds United.
I will beat them.
Hey.
Will beat them. Anyone who will now score and come and meet us the finals will add that person to our scoreline.
Okay.
So we are picking that cup by the grace of God.
Yes.
And we'll go and play either Europa League or Champions League. But I want to play the Champions League so that we'll meet those people there. Yeah. And I want to also say in the Ghana football now, is that like the coach is not having a problem. It's not always the coach, but just the FA, the MPs, the ministers, the DCs. Because everyone wants his child or his family member to go and be at the team, whether it's performing or it's not performing. But now that they brought this coach, maybe if only he stand by his feet and say, oh, seriously, I'm coming to play football. I'm not coming to do family issue. I'm not coming to collect 1 city and 10 city. as a bribe and play someone who don't even know how to dead ball or to big ball. Equally, the coach do his will or stand by his words. Will play well in the World Cup.
Okay. Thank you very
And
much.
say good morning to everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Against
you.
man. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, Rashid.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Good morning to your panelists and to the listeners.
Yes.
First of all, I would say, for Ghana, we just wallow with our players. Because we don't know how to handle players. Even their pay can be like, say, look at the Tanzania you are talking about, or Sudan ever have a conflict before. Look at how they are paying their players. But we, the Ghana here, we are just wallow with the players. That's why the teams are now collapsing. I think doing this to our players is not going to help our supporters in Ghana. So even as you can say, Kotoko has a folk. They don't get their own stadium. Am I right?
Yes.
They don't get our own stadium. And look at these two big clubs, Kotoko and Hash. Kotoko is ever taking the Champions League two times.
2 times.
And Hash to take it 2 times.
One.
But hello,
Yes.
and one Confederation Cup.
Yes.
But we don't have a stadium. Last year, 4 years or 5 years back, I hear say Kotoko will build a stadium. But yet, I'm not hearing that it has to be the same thing. So if they are doing this for we the supporters of Ghana, I think our prayer is the teams to go top, not to go down. But if the leaders think say the teams to go down, them and God be that. I will surely pray to my after we get a coach, and this coach too, after the history, is a better coach. But now we are looking him for faith. We pray say we support our mother Ghana until the end of the World Cup. And I take this opportunity to wish Manchester United to the best. Good morning.
Good morning. The Blues sacked their coach. Rashid is gone. Okay, so look at it. There are FA Cup fixtures tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
City takes on Southampton. Giants slay Southampton. And then Chelsea plays Leeds. You think it's redemption time for Chelsea since Rosena is no longer at the helm?
Not at all. Not at all. I feel like for Chelsea issue and then looking at the time we have, we can't just talk about them. You see, most of the times I always have issues when these Americans are owing club footballs. I can boldly say they are stingy. They don't want, I just don't know their issue. Look at what is happening at Chelsea. Chelsea is not supposed to be run this way. Gone were the days when Abramovich was at the helm. He will go to tell you that he is even incurring like loss or maybe what Chelsea doesn't give him money, but rather anything at all the fans want, he makes sure that he gives it to them. You go and bring in sporting directors who don't have the experience to do their work to a club like Chelsea. You think maybe Monaco? You can't compare Monaco to Chelsea, not at all. In this modern era, Chelsea is a big club. Nobody can tell that Chelsea is not a big club. Chelsea is a big club. So at least when you are doing it, make sure you bring in the experienced one. Coaches are there who Chelsea can go and bring, but because of the structure Chelsea has put
But
in out there,
Liam did well with Strasbourg.
that is Strasbourg you are talking about. The Strasbourg you are talking about, when they come to England, I'm telling you they can't survive. We have one clubs in England. Talking about the life of the Everton, what's the name? You mentioned Fulham. These are teams that on a good day, if care is not taken, they will punish you. It slowly happened. Who knows? Who thinks that Crystal Palace will get into the Europa Conference League semi-final? They've been there and we've been with the conference. West Ham also went and won it. But here's the case: West Ham is now battling relegation. So this is a clear indication that Strasbourg is going to be Strasbourg. How many teams can you pick from the French League One and then come and compare them with the EPL team?
So quickly, Arsenal is playing Newcastle, the Magpies. Arsenal playing at home. By the time City plays next EPL game, Arsenal could be 6 points on top. You think it's advantage Arsenal in the
You
Premiership
said
race?
Arsenal could be 6 points.
Yes.
I don't see it happening.
They
I've
played-
lost hope in Arsenal.
No, they play today.
I understand.
City, the next time City will play will be next week, and by then Arsenal would have played 2 games more.
Yeah.
So they could be 6 points on top.
So if I understand you are trying to tell me that Arsenal is going to win their next 2 games,
That-
which I don't see it to be possible. I don't see it to be possible. I'm not against the Gunners, but I don't see it to be possible. They should win against Newcastle today. Then we will see the way forward.
A season ago, Newcastle was a team that derailed Arsenal's progress. Do you think they still stand a chance of doing that again?
Why not?
All right.
Still-
So, all too soon, we've come to the end of the show. Arsenal could be 6 points the next time Man City plays an EPL game. If they drop points, it's advantage City. If they win both matches, it's advantage Arsenal, because that could put a lot of pressure on City. City are on top with goals scored only. So let's see how it ends. We are heading probably to another photo finish if both teams decide not to lose games like we had in 2012. We'll be taking live free from Joy on Newsfire as we leave the studio.
Magic System, Red One, Shaoki.
Did you know that Ghana's Children's Act, Section 91, clearly says
No person shall engage a child in exploitative labor.
that means children must not be made to do work that deprives them of their education, health, or development?
Hazardous work
That is